Welcome back to Nug Life Radio, a higher level of education, listening live on KNSJ 89.1 FM, 760-798-3127. Second day of our week for Cannabis Education Syndicated in a row. I am your host, Medicinal Mike, cannabis comedian, and I love all things that are blue today. And we're here with the Nug News correspondent, as always, Benji Cooper.
Of course.
How we doing, Benji?
I'm doing awesome today.
Legislation to decriminalize cannabis introduced in Georgia. Georgia's going back and forth, so they love it, they hate it. Everybody stand back and watch that show. And Washington teens held by police after shooting during a marijuana deal. An illegal marijuana deal should be what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
In a legal state, no less.
In a legal state,
Yes.
doing illegal deals. Hey, way to vote. If you're watching on NugLifeTV, you're seeing a whole bunch of people in our studio right now. We want to welcome to the show from BluntBling. BluntBling, if you don't know, is the coolest thing you can do. It's a contraption that you can take and extend. And one, it's a cleaner way to smoke because you don't have to spit share, which, as everybody who listens to the show knows, I'm really anti-spit sharing. And you can do it with a joint. You can do it with a blunt. You can do it as a pipe itself. And it's super easy to clean, and it looks pretty. Welcome to the show, Mr. and Mrs. BluntBling.
Thank you.
How you doing, Eli?
Hi, how are you?
And please introduce everybody in the room.
Okay, so we have Stacy
Right
here,
into the microphone. It's radio.
Who gets everything when I die.
Hi, Stacy.
We have my mom's listening.
All that,
Mom,
all that is yours, huh?
Mom, you will get something. Don't worry. This is Scott. He's our executive vice president of sales.
How you doing?
And
Good.
we have Hillary here, who is actually
Hillary, stand right over here by Benji and
please.
Eli.
Anyway, Hillary is one of the main writers for GetHigh.com. That writes lots of articles.
I was
similar to
actually
what you
checking
do.
out GetHigh.com today. So if you're looking for up-to-date news and anything going on in the world and you want to hear it now, check out GetHigh.com. It's a lot of up-to-date. You should start scouting our news stories from there, too.
Okay.
Let her do the work.
I'll incorporate that into my arsenal.
How long have you been doing GetHigh.com?
I actually started in December. I just moved out here to California recently and kind of just tried to jump in. So just since December.
How hard is it to keep it? Is it every single day? Yell at her, Eli. That'll get her attention. Hit her. Punch her. Punch her. No.
No, her background is really cool. Tell your education.
Eli, are you from New York?
I am.
I could tell.
I came
You better
from
answer him.
Texas,
He's going to
yeah.
punch you.
I came from Texas. I grew up in agriculture, and I actually got my degree in agricultural communications
Oh,
and
nice.
a master in agricultural leadership and communications. And
How does
so,
agriculture community? That means you tell people about plants?
we basically advocate for agriculture. We give a voice to agriculture as agriculturists.
Oh, no.
And so
Okay,
we just,
we advocate for agriculture, so you're getting paid to educate people about plants.
Yes, and crops, and well, obviously crops, livestock, things like that. And my favorite crop is marijuana. So I was like, why not do what I love and do what I love? So
That is
I'm
totally, and
really
you have
passionate
perfect
about
teeth
agriculture.
too. Have anyone told you that?
Thank you.
You don't even have to
Thank
clean
you
them.
so
Your
much.
stuff
I
is
was
like
let me
bling.
make sure it's not
Those are
lipstick.
Hollywood teeth. We call that here.
Thank you.
And I'm going to
Thanks.
help Mike here. So, what is your opinion of the BluntBling? You got a sample of one last week
Oh,
at
man.
the Seedless show that Mike hosted. What's your
Do you
opinion
hear
of the
yourself
product?
in the microphone? You hear how crappy that sounds? Put your mouth right into the microphone.
I didn't know if you wanted me to talk deeper.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful right there. Right in there. Get right in there so they can hear. Otherwise, it sounds like a ghost.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, what was your thoughts on the sample BluntBling you got last week at the Seedless show?
Did you get to do a review on the BluntBlings?
I definitely did. I used my BluntBling actually all weekend. I had a friend come in town. We walked all over the place and didn't want to carry around like a big chunky pipe or anything. And the BluntBling was really discreet, so we just walked around and smoked the BluntBling. We loaded it full of like bud and.
I was scared to load mine because
because
it's so pretty and I don't want to ruin it. So, like, I was putting my cigar, my blunt in there.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have anything. And I was like, oh. And my girl was like, hey, just put it inside there. And I was like, no, because then I'm going to make it all sticky or resiny. And then it's, like, going to permanently be a pipe.
Oh, no, it's
I'm going to interject here for a second. We have a video that's going to go on the website tomorrow. We ran it over with a car. You can't break this thing. It's indestructible.
Yeah, no, we don't want to break it.
No, because it has come in handy like 10 times in the past few days alone. Like I smoked it on the way here. I was like driving down the highway, and it was the easiest thing ever. Sorry, but
Of course you weren't smoking and driving at the same time.
I was super.
That would
nervous,
be illegal.
excuse me.
I think what she meant is her fiance was driving the car.
She was
She
sitting
was
in
in
the-
the passenger seat
Right.
and using the BluntBling. Now, Stacy, tell us your opinion of the BluntBling. And she's slightly...
Welcome to the infomercial. If you call in right now, right now, we're going to give you 14 BluntBlings for the price of 15 BluntBlings.
But I will tell you one thing, that it's really easy to clean with a little bit of alcohol or just soap and water.
I like when you mix them, too. I saw yours. Yours was, like, bedazzled up.
Yes.
First of all, that was
different
awesome.
colors. It's bedazzled. And then I just made some Rastafari ones that are, like, 4-color.
Yeah, I love the mixing when you can actually switch the colors around, and then you get, like, your own custom BluntBling.
Absolutely.
And then you guys work with SoFine, too. He endorses them. SoFine.
Oh, my God. We love him.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Also, great teeth.
He's almost as much of a great salesperson as Hillary.
And by the way, SoFine has, in me, my best song that he does is called California. We also put that up on the website today, so if you go to bluntbling.com and click on videos, as opposed to just looking at our product, you could listen to his song, which is totally awesome.
Can they order them? Now, BluntBling you can order in every single state.
Yes. And by the way, for your listeners, if they put in the discount code Medicinal Mike, they'll get $5 off of BluntBling.
Not Medical Mike, not Medable, Medicinal Mike.
And by the way, I didn't know...
or NugLife would have been short.
Well, hold on. Hold on. I also put in NugLife Radio, and Mike, depending on your listeners, what they'll remember.
Right.
So any one of those discount codes will get them $5 off of BluntBling.
And we appreciate you remembering.
That's
a big thing for our crowd.
Now, Mr. Salesman, do you have anything to say as far as a user as opposed to a salesman about the BluntBling?
Scott, right?
Scott, yeah. Yeah, I use mine every day. It's great. I can carry it around.
Scott, is he an abusive boss, Scott?
He has his moments.
I'll answer yes.
Scott, how long has it been since you've seen your family and your kids, Scott? Has he got you down there painting BluntBlings in the basement?
And this is why I have to keep using the BluntBling.
Right.
Blink once for yes.
I have to keep mine full at all times.
Just blink if you need help.
Yeah, right.
We all know the BluntBling is awesome.
Yes.
How do we find the BluntBling?
Well, the BluntBling is on the website. It's at different smoke shops here in the area.
You know, effective marketing. You're the head of the marketing?
Yes.
Okay. Usually not just on the website would be a response. You probably want to give the website. There's 5.2 million people looking. They have trouble spelling blunt and bling sometimes.
Okay, it's www.bluntbling.com. BluntBling. Now, if you're local in San Diego, you can pick them up in places such as the smoking section on Miramar Road, which is right next to Stacy's Hair Salon, which is Hair by Stacy in case somebody needs a haircut. You could also pick them up at, let's say, Outer Limits, or I can't remember the other place, but they got 7 of them. They're somewhere in like Red Hook or something. But they're all over the place. They're coming to Seattle.
Eli, you just gave me the greatest idea in the world.
Wait, what? What's my greatest idea in the world?
You just gave me a great idea.
Let's hear it.
Because I'm picturing you guys look like a family that owns a restaurant that Gordon Ramsay would come into, and Eli would just flip out all over him and kick him out before the show's even over. But we got to get a show maybe where people come in and help small business marijuana companies that are starting out and stuff. And then, at the end we buy them something cool and huge that like a new oven would for Gordon Ramsay. But that would be a good show.
Well, it's interesting because we actually have these with delivery services. So what they do is they put shake in them, and they sell them.
Did you just turn that whole thing right back into a sale? That is impressive.
Well,
Did you see that? Did you see that? That reminds me of the phone number to get a hold of a BluntBling at 1-800.
Yeah, I'm not giving out my phone number, but you can go to the website. You could email us, etc. Blah blah blah.
Mike's calling you out on your stuff.
Right. BluntBlings not only are good for marijuana, but they cover embarrassing bald spots. They're, you can carpet stains lift right up off the carpet with them. They'll train your children. Like, you just leave one alone with your kid for hours. Your kid comes out speaking Dutch.
Slice
It's
vegetables.
kind of like playing with Legos. It's got
Slices
7
through
pieces to it.
a lead can.
So hold on. Do you want to know how I came up with the idea? Because that would be
I
interesting.
would love to know. Were they originally supposed to be for cannabis, or did
No.
you?
No.
Lucky
What
guess.
happened was I smoke cigarettes. Okay? So what happens is a man who smokes cigarettes you keep in your back pocket. Well, inevitably by the end of the night after drinking or smoking whatever, you get back, you got 3 left, and I don't know, you guys can't see this, but if you look at if you look at sigfixer.com, you can see what I'm talking about. But anyway, so the cigarette breaks. so you can't smoke it. You get too much air in there. So I made this. It's literally a tube, which, by the way, took 6
Benji,
months.
is he endorsing cigarettes on the cannabis show?
What is that bad?
No, go ahead. I'm sure it's good.
Well, I'm sure you can lace it with cannabis. I don't know, but anyway. So the cigarette breaks. You can't smoke it. Too much air gets in.
Right.
So what happens is, look, you take. This,
Honey, they're never going to invite us back.
No,
this
is great.
We'll be back. I have more guests.
I
for
love
them.
this.
So anyway, so you slip it on, and literally it fixes the cigarette. Okay, so you can smoke.
Oh,
it
that's
with it.
true.
Right.
Smart.
So what happened was, I had some friends that smoked cannabis. So they're like, hey, let me try. And this was a prototype, not even this one. So they put it on their joint or their blunt, and they're smoking. They're like, hey, this is cool. I'm getting a better hit. It'd be cool if there was a filter on it and I didn't get stuff in my mouth. So literally that night, Stacy and I both thought of BluntBling. We invented it, thought of the name, went to my machinist and said, hey, let's work with it. And then Scott came up with this awesome idea of the cap, because I never thought of the cap. I just thought,
Scott. That is a good idea right there.
yeah, because I never thought of that, and Scott never gets enough credit for what he does because he's just a lowly sales manager.
He's in the basement. Who cares, right?
Right. Well,
Scott doesn't need credit. That's not what he works for. He works for BluntBling.
trust me, Scott wants to be in the penthouse. So anyway, he made the cap, which makes it a paperless joint, or a paperless joint, or a paperless blunt, as opposed to just a really cool smoking device. So
It's like an extender, but you would see back in the 30s when the classy ladies had the extenders on the thing. But
Cigarette
you can,
holder.
right? So it's like a joint or a blunt holder.
Right.
For anything, like I'm a performer and I like to stand out. So I mean, it's nice. It's definitely nice for getting attention and looking better than everybody around you.
So let me ask you a question. How does your show work? For instance, are we like live on like Twitter and Instagram, or how does this all
We
work?
broadcast live on Twitter.
We're actually we put in an application for Twitter. We're fingers are crossed. We are a syndicated FM cannabis education show on KNSJ, KSFR, K-Boom, So Faking Radio, and a bunch of other places that air us out.
Okay, and the reason I'm asking is because, look, I have a bunch of T-shirts.
You'll hear us in San Diego at 8 o'clock. They'll hear you in San Diego. So right now in San Diego, they're not hearing you live, but in an hour and a half, you'll hear yourself on the way back home. You'll be listening to yourself.
Perfect. And the reason I asked is because we brought some T-shirts and some BluntBlings to give away some of your listeners. So how do we get your listeners to get these awesome free products? Because, again,
Well,
apparently I'm just selling my product, but it's a good product.
First, I'd have to start answering the phone instead of ignoring them when they're calling.
I see lights all the time, and I don't know what they're doing. That's what that is?
That's people calling.
I thought it was the guy in the back room being like, we're
Well,
being
they're
too
going to
loud,
take
or
up.
being too
They'll
slow.
take up all your time. What we do at the end of the show is we do take callers in,
Okay.
and then we give them out prizes. So if you want to
Perfect.
leave a few, we'll give them out each show. If you call in and if you've done something really nice in this world, let's put it that way. If you're like, this story would make Eli cry with happy tears, that's how you get a BluntBling. So later on in the show, last segment of the show, you call in, you give me the most touching story, and you're just like the most deserving. And, God might not be answering your prayers right now, but Eli is here. And if you're praying for a BluntBling, today is your lucky day.
But make sure your wife gets first pick.
Yeah. Yeah. Not on this show.
Wait, I've met your wife. She's awesome.
I am not. You see a tan line on this finger?
Well,
Nope.
she's the mother of your child.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
And?
Well, first of all,
Many people are the mother of my children. No, I'm happily engaged. I'll be married someday.
Oh, we're happily engaged too. We're getting married on June 3rd. We're shooting for.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. So anyway, earlier today.
Of 2050.
Oh my God! I just saved so much time. Thank you, honey. So hold on. Earlier today we spoke on the phone, and you were talking about she made you something for dinner that got you sick.
Yeah, I'm dying.
And I want to discuss that. So.
And I want to discuss that. Well, you got 30 seconds left. Screw the BluntBling plug.
Wait.
No, hold on. Let me tell you how she made
hold
this
on.
awesome
if I have
spaghetti.
30 seconds, remember, if you use Mike, NugLife Radio, Medicinal Mike, you get $5
Or
off. So
Medicinal
let's go
Mark for $4.
Well, I don't have.
Or you could use Stacy promo code too.
There you go. You put anything. You go on BluntBling and order something. Just put some asterisks and a pound sign in there. We will give you $5 off.
Oh,
Make your own
and then
code.
hold on, and then look for next week. Wait. I actually need I have a couple plugs. I got
Plug
only
away.
15 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I actually
Ready?
have a real plug. So anyway,
12, 11.
oh,
No, I'm just
God.
kidding. Go
All
ahead.
right. So anyway, as far as where to get them in San Diego, our biggest shop that's already sold like 200 of them is Smoking Section, which is on Miramar Road. Got to give them a plug because they're just great sellers.
Right next to Hair by Stacy.
Oh, yeah, right next to Hair by Stacy, and she has a great deal on a Brazilian blowout. Anyway, we're going to be...
we could have done that today.
Anyway, where was he? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be on Ratchetville, which is going to be a new TV series. It's going to be like on Netflix or something. It's with Ice-T, Nick Cannon, your friend Spanky, actually, So Fine, etc.
Spanky never calls me for any of the good shows. As soon as Nick Cannon's mentioned, I don't hear from Spanky for months. I get, and then he's like, "Oh man, I was just he was asking about you,
dude. I can
don't be
hook you up.
smoking my weed,
dude. I can hook you up. Don't worry. Anyway, so listen. So we're gonna be in Ratchetville. I mentioned the smoking section already. What else was I supposed to plug? Oh, there's a big 420 Fest, which for some reason is on 4/16 because it's a Saturday. It's going to be in Mira Mesa. I'll have it up on the website because I don't remember the information now. But it's going to be a huge fest. It's mostly Rastafarian and Jamaican, although SoFine's going to be headlining it and all sorts of fun. I'm supposed to plug somebody else. I can't remember. I don't know. It's Mira Mesa. I'll put it on the website. I don't remember. BluntBling.com. I don't remember.
It's the Nug Life Radio Show.
Seriously, I'm like plugging my stuff. I got to plug everybody else. I don't remember.
Level of education.
Let's get back to the meat real quick. So what happened?
Check out BluntBling.com if you need your Blunt Bling. It's one of the hottest products. We'll make sure to post pictures on the website. We'll post them on Facebook tonight so you guys can see it.
And you can win some.
And you can win some tonight. If you can call in tonight, Eli's going to be listening as he's driving. And if he starts crying, Stacey's going to call us and go, "That's the one." That's the one. We'll be right back after these messages. We still got Nug News with Benji. We got James from Cheapest Hydro and Adela. Yeah. Make sure you check out Get High? How did you get GetHigh.com?
My boss is a genius.
Jesus,
No one had taken it already.
That's a cost right there. Nobody just, he's had that for a while. GetHigh.com, BluntBling.com. Check them both out. We are going to be right back after these messages from our sponsor.
I'm seeing green, packing my ball. I'm starting up this hit here on NugLife Radio. Don't you know NugLife Radio?
Now, from around the world, around the country, around the corner, around and around and around we go. It's Nug Life Radio, Nug News with Benji.
Well, for years now, the city of Los Angeles has looked the other way when it's come to a growing number of cannabis delivery services in the city, but that could be about to change. Friday, City Attorney Mike Fewer announced a lawsuit against Speedweed, a marijuana delivery service that's one of the area's largest, boasting a customer base of over 25,000 throughout L.A. and Orange County. The lawsuit seeks an injunction that would prevent the delivery service from operation in the city, as well as imposing civil penalties of $5,000 per day. Delivery services are not allowed in LA, but many of them are a direct result of the city's Proposition D, a zoning measure intended to bring a number of dispensaries in the city from more than 700 down to 135. After the measure passed, many dispensaries closed their doors and switched to delivery. Don Duncan, director for California for Safe Access, says, "I'm surprised at how much energy Los Angeles City Attorney's Office seems to be spending on enforcing medical marijuana laws, but how little they seem to want to improve the situation. Instead of enforcement, we need a better law for Los Angeles."
Yeah, 5,000 a day though. They 25,000
That's pretty
list.
hefty.
Yeah, but they might be able to swing that.
Yeah, they've got a customer base of 25,000. That's huge for a dispensary.
Los Angeles is way too far to try to crack down. I mean, they probably have 25,000 dispensaries out there. They're definitely going to have to do something to improve the laws as opposed to try to crack down. It's too much. You're going to start like a revolutionary war out there.
Right. Work with them, not against them, because I mean, well, for one, it's the country's largest county, so there's that. You're just you have a lot to deal with.
Eli from BluntBling, what do you think about that?
Well, I want to know, since Los Angeles is I think it's the second largest country in the U.S., and I've lived there. The traffic is horrendous. So, do they get like a big premium to deliver? Because look, if I was smoking cannabis legally in Los Angeles, I'd want someone to come to my house. I don't even want to drive down the street to go get a deli sandwich.
But it's going to be a $5,000 premium.
If I live in L.A., I'm pretty sure I can afford the $5,000.
There you go.
I'll invite you guys up to my new house.
What else you got, Benji?
Well, 3 years ago, 33-year-old David Hibbett of Liverpool, England, was diagnosed with bowel cancer, which had spread throughout his body. Surgery, chemotherapy, and radiotherapy had failed to cure his cancer, and he was given until February 2014 to live. He says, they told me it was terminal, and I felt it was pointless staying alive in that state. Feeling that he couldn't take any more of the chemotherapy, David started taking daily doses of cannabis oil after researching alternative treatments on the internet. He chose to end his chemo treatment 6 months later. In May 2014, scans shows his tumors were shrinking, and a body scan last year revealed no signs of the cancer, and blood tests have come back clear, though doctors may not give the all clear for years to come. He's now setting up the David Hibbett Foundation in Liverpool, which will be dedicated to offering advice to cancer patients and will lobby on behalf of alternative therapies. Hibbett says there are lots of treatments the NHS doesn't fund, but I'm in favor of people having a choice.
Well, it's good that people are curing themselves. You're going to find that pharmaceuticals and anybody related to that company are going to have a hard time saying it's cannabis that did that because, again, it's going to cost them billions of dollars a year. It's a $9 billion industry. Luckily, they're treating that baby now with the cannabis inside the hospital, and so you're going to see a whole new turn. I don't remember what city was that in. I would have thought that happened in Los Angeles.
This guy?
No, the baby. That
the child? I want to say... Idaho?
Yeah, Iowa?
Iowa, something like that.
One of the eyes. The eyes have it. Go ahead, Eli.
I can check with my mom. She's from Iowa.
There you go.
Apparently it's a very small state.
Does she smoke weed?
If you look on BluntBling.com, sorry to promote my product again, but there's a video in there, and you can see my mom on there enjoying cannabis.
Speaking of my mom, without her, the BluntBling wouldn't even exist.
True.
That is very, very true. My mom is the best mom in the entire world.
Sorry, Mom. My mom, I'd apologize. That would make her the second best. I had actually lied to her and told her she was the best, and you just broke the truth.
I love my mother. Hi, Mom. I love you.
East Coast, don't mess with an East Coaster and their mom. I'm surprised you're not still living with her.
Well, hold on. Actually, I am. Well, hold on. It's not like I have to. Well, hold on. What happened was my stepfather passed away about 3 years ago. So I was living in Atlanta.
You stay there long enough, that happens.
I was living in Atlanta at the time, and he had a sudden heart attack. So I literally packed up everything I had. Had a couple garage sales, got rid of crap I didn't need, and I moved out to take care of her. So, mentally, she's okay.
That's pretty touching. We should give him a BluntBling.
By the way, my mom is 73, owns her own home. She's looking for a nice Jewish man. She likes him about 6 feet tall, even though she's 4'9". If anybody's interested, go to bluntbling.com. Put it in the contact information.
Mike.
73, but she's got the ass of a 68-year-old, folks.
Hey.
That's a compliment.
We're not talking about my mom's butt. Sorry.
What else you got in the news, Benji?
Well, amid concerns and under pressure from law enforcement, Governor Nathan Deal and other lawmakers, as of yesterday, Representative Alan Peake has removed the portion of House Bill 722 that would allow for the cultivation of medical marijuana in the state of Georgia. No, you got something different there.
Didn't I just say that they were letting it go?
That's a different bill.
Okay.
Okay. So, though considered a long shot by many, the bill was viewed by some as the next logical step after HB1 passed last year, allowing patients to obtain and use cannabis oil. Supporters had hoped it would make medical marijuana easier for them to acquire. Currently, patients must cross state lines and sometimes break the law to get cannabis back to Georgia. Another goal of HB 722 was to add to the list of qualifying conditions for medical marijuana, increasing it from 8 to 17. That number has been reduced in the revised version. PTSD and intractable pain have been removed.
I'm shocked that they're getting anywhere. The educational level in Georgia is low, and I know because I live there. And it's low. They're not as fast paced. So the street smarts, as you would say, isn't there.
They're making slower progress when it comes to cannabis. Than
it seems like they're about to be ahead of us.
Can I ask you where in Georgia you lived?
I lived in Anderson, South Carolina, so I kind of did the back and forth. It's right at the top of South Carolina and the bottom of Georgia.
Okay, because I live in Buckhead. Oh, someone's calling for a BluntBling. Are we taking a call or not yet?
Eli's going to take a call.
I'll take a call. Who do we got here?
You want? We can just roll through the last break. Let's 760-798-3127. Okay, caller, what's your name?
Hey, buddy, what's going on? It's me, Andrew.
Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
How's it going, guys?
Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Gilroy, California, actually.
The garlic capital of the world. Education level very high in Gilroy for a garlic town.
That's where geniuses
Oh,
come out.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Gilroy.
Microsoft came out of somewhere there. Somebody
Yeah.
was looking at the garlic. Are you a fan of BluntBling and photo opportunities? Because if you are, you called the right show, my friend.
Actually, I was just looking at their photos of the blunt thing, and I love blunt. That's funny.
What a coincidence.
Do you love bling?
I like bling bling. Yeah, I like bling.
tell Eli something that'll touch his heart. Tell Eli what it is you do with your time, sir.
What I do with my time is I go out and look for homeless people, and I try to get them a house or get them to a program so they can do better and be productive citizens. I also go to schools and I help educate students about homeless problems and ways they can get help to, like, go to the church or volunteer their time, or I don't know.
Okay, you
Yeah,
win.
but-
What color do you want? And he'll send you one.
I like green colors.
What other color do you want? And
No,
I'll send you.
no, we have green. We'll give you a green one. So hold on.
what
Now
else
what
do
happens?
I
Now do
do?
you say we're going to take you off air and take your information, or on the air we get his address and phone number and send him one? How does this work?
Yeah, he gives out his address and phone number on the air.
No, I don't.
Oh, and we need your mother's maiden name and your social security number.
Andrew, just send
Oh,
us.
that's even better.
We got you covered.
I'm actually
sir.
a regular caller, and I also hold the Nug Life radio bell. I'm an
He's the
advocate for
activist of
marijuana.
the year for 2015, donating all his time to the homeless shelters to rehabilitate the homeless people, taking care of his very diabetic mother and helping her through
No, cancer mother. I'm diabetic.
That's right. You know, I always get those two. I get them confused because you always have a Butterfinger in your hand.
Oh, yeah, I love Butterfingers. How'd you know? Actually, I want to take a picture of this one.
yeah, he's got one right
Candy.
now. He's got one right now in his hand. Andrew's the worst diabetic ever. Shout out to Andrew's left leg. He'll be making an appearance
It's
next
going to
week.
be in your showcase, buddy.
Andrew, you want to give any shout outs?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody listening and to your guys' people that you guys have there, Bling Bling or
BluntBling.
Bling or
I
whatever.
told Scott to give out the
Hold on.
website, didn't I?
Hold on. If you want to win the Blunt Bling, you need to say Blunt Bling, not Bling Bling. So if you can say Blunt Bling, we'll send you a green one.
Blunt Bling, that's what it's called. Blunt Bling.
All right, are we going to send him a T-shirt too?
Yep, we're going to send
We'll
you a
send you a
t-shirt
t-shirt, too,
Because he
so-
said it twice.
Yes. What's the name of the company again?
My name is Andrew.
No, what's the name?
Oh, Nug Life Radio. I talk on
Hey.
Nug Life Radio.
I love this guy.
and what are we sending you, Andrew?
Oh yeah, what size shirt do you wear?
Need
sir?
Ugu. You're sending me, what else? You're sending me a package.
He's got a package coming. I didn't mean what's everything we're sending you.
Oh my God.
What's the name of the
I love
website
you guys.
of the cool
What's the name of my
product?
website?
Nope.
Oh, it's called Blunt Bling. And I wanted to tell everybody that thank you for listening to Nug Life Radio. And I wanted to make a shout out to Auntie's Edibles. I also wanted to make a shout out to Hus Baby. I got to go be in one of her music videos the other day.
This kid's in every
And-
freaking music video, and he's the
And
background.
what else I want to give a shout out to? I want to give a shout out to my buddy Smokey Ash, and you guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay,
under
hold on. How do we
Andrew Dabs.
How do we follow you on Instagram? What's your
we
Insta-
follow you, Andrew.
Andrew T1 Dabs.
You gotta say it again slower.
ANDREWSKI, and then 1, and then DABZ.
Did you
I
want
got
to-
it.
did
All right,
you
that's
want to
perfect.
pass?
How's this? If you follow me on Instagram on Blunt Bling, I'll follow you back and I'll pass it along to all the listeners. How's that?
All right, you also will see me with Baby Bash today, thanks to Sly Vegas, because I think he's probably listening.
Hey, tell Baby
I
Bash
wanted
to
to
give
say-
us a call.
Oh, yeah,
I got something for
definitely.
him. All right, brother. Hey, we love you.
All right. I love you guys, too. Be safe and have a good night.
Andrew from Gilroy, the garlic capital of the world. How'd you like that?
It was interesting. I would like to jump back to the news in Georgia. So you said it went from increasing from 8 to 17 different things you could use marijuana for, or cannabis. I'm not sure what
That's
the
what they
correct
were
term
trying
is.
to do with
Right,
the
right.
bill.
My question is,
Benji loves you.
what is
Benji's
it-
like, hell yeah, let's do some news. More news.
Hold on. What are the extra 9 things that they're including in this bill?
Topicals.
Because that's what I want to know. I want to know. Okay, let's let him answer.
Let's guess. Wait, let's guess. Let's make
They
it a
didn't
guess.
have them listed in the article.
So let's guess them. We have 9 things, 9 ways to ingest marijuana. You have smoking it. You have topical. You have edible. Right? You have suppository. You have nasal spray.
This is funny. Hold on. My mom told me about the suppository one.
Has she tried it?
No, she hasn't. But she said,
It's awesome.
my mom's always like scared to tell people what I'm doing, because it's cannabis related. And she talked to her friend, and she's like, "Oh yes, I use cannabis, but I use a suppository." And my mom almost like freaked out, had a heart attack.
How does she even lit? No.
I think you light it, just shove it in, and it's kind of like a little mini a bullet going off. I don't know.
Go. Can Originals makes an awesome suppository I got to try recently, and I never did one before. So they don't tell you
Hold on.
to refrigerate it or something. So it's like smushing a balloon into a wall.
Okay, but hold on. Did you do it yourself, or did your fiance do it for you?
Well, you ever see like a blowgun for spitballs?
I have one, yes.
Okay, well, imagine a little white. No, I did it myself.
Why didn't you have your wife do it? It would have been more fun. I mean, sorry, your fiance. It'd be more fun.
By
the way,
we do that, but it's a bigger. No,
Can we shout out to Megan, because I love her?
you just did.
No, but I want to shout out to Megan, okay? Megan, I'm sure you're listening, or you're going to listen later, or you could watch it like on
You ever
video
see
or
Pete's
something.
Dragon?
No, what is that?
That's like
it sounds like a
It's
strain.
a Disney. It's a
Disney
Disney
movie
show
from the 70s.
From the 70s, and the kid walks around with his dragon, and some people like they don't believe the dragon's there because nobody ever sees the dragon, but the kid is always there. But we know the dragon's there, but no one sees the dragon. Megan's my dragon.
Yeah, I wasn't born till the 80s, so I totally missed that.
Yeah. Rubik's Cube master Eli from BluntBling.
Anyway, let's get back to the news. What else do we have here?
Well, I found
What's your favorite
I
John
found the
Travolta
8
movie?
My favorite John Travolta movie? Actually, this is funny. Well, first of all, Pulp Fiction would be absolutely number 1. Number 2, though, is it was like Staying Alive.
I just wanted to hear if you knew that movie.
But listen,
Saturday Night
let me
Fever.
tell you why. Because at one point he just struts, and they're playing, and it's Sheena Easton singing the song. It's like strut, heart, moving, and it reminds me of me. That's why I like that. But no, my favorite movie with John Travolta, seriously, is like Pulp Fiction. He's awesome.
I just like that he knew Staying Alive. I was trying to date the birth there, but he knows the dance moves by strut.
No,
moves.
I know the walking moves by strut. He's
Strut,
strutting
beat,
down.
strut.
Yes.
It's an 8th beat on Sheena Easton, who's singing it in 1973 with her track that was actually written in 1972.
And again, I didn't see it till the reruns because look, my parents.
The
okay,
reruns
how's
of
this?
Saturday night. There was no reruns.
Okay, hold on. I didn't even have color TV until I was in college, and I bought my mother one because my father was.
Remember that box at the drive-in theater that they hook onto your window?
Yes, it has a speaker.
Exactly.
Yes. What do you, hold on. What do you want me to look
You're
this
not
up?
supposed to know that.
No, I'm pretty sure drive-ins.
You were
didn't
born
go
in
out of-
86 or 88?
We used to take one and put one on
I
each
was born
side.
in 1989,
Stereo.
and my mom was a virgin, by the way.
Right. That's it.
Wait, let's get back to the news. What else we got?
That's how
Well,
BluntBling was born too. He was a virgin and birthed them. They were hand rolled on the thighs of virgins.
Well, with Scott's help with the cap. So
right.
anyway, come on. What's up with the news here?
What's up with the news, Benji?
Well, I found the 8 conditions if you're interested in hearing them.
Oh yes, please.
Some
They
education.
are amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, seizure disorders, multiple sclerosis, Crohn's disease, mitochondrial disease, fibromyalgia, Parkinson's disease, and sickle cell anemia.
No epilepsy?
No, I thought that would have been on there.
Are you like top
Well,
of
yeah,
the
because
list?
you know, I met her at the opening of Harbor Collective, which
You
I'm
met
giving
epilepsy?
hold on, I'm giving a shout out to Harbor Collective Noel, who was supposed to call me back today, who didn't, but I'm still giving a shout out because at the event I met you at Harbor Collective, there was a girl there. I think she works with Nug Life Radio. Short, she has epilepsy, and she said it really helps her.
Nug Life Espanol.
Yeah,
and that
and-
would be Monica.
Yeah, Monica was awesome because my
Slovakia.
brother had epilepsy. So
Had it?
he passed away in a motorcycle accident, but which is probably related to the epilepsy. But I wish he could have tried this then. Anyway, I want to go back to what you said. If you could back down on your list, because I've heard of every
Go back
one.
to Georgia, damn it.
Well, listen, I've heard of every one of these conditions except for hold on. What was the first one?
He switched mics.
Yes.
Amyotrophic lateral
Yeah,
sclerosis.
yes, I don't know what the first one is. The rest of them I've heard of. Did they make the first one up?
Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
Yeah, what is that?
I doubt it.
Well, how's your research? What is that?
I will look it up.
Come on, Benji. You're supposed to know stuff.
I'm not a doctor.
It's a spine disorder, is what it is.
It's like spinal dystrophy or something?
Yeah, like a spinal epiphany.
You had an epiphany.
Spinal epiphany. Biffingitis.
I want to shout out, by the way, to Mike, Medicinal Mike, because he's awesome.
Thanks.
No,
Shout out Benji.
seriously,
He's doing your news.
He's awesome. Well, while he's looking it up, I'm buying time.
No shout out to you coming with the news with Georgia, Benji.
Well, I'm shouting
Well,
out
it
to you.
says that
hold on.
amyotrophic lateral sclerosis is a specific disorder that involves the death of neurons. So it's
not the spine.
It's a brain disease.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
It's
gotcha.
connected to the spine.
And by the way, are we shouting out to WebMD for this information, or where'd you find it?
Wikipedia.
Oh, wait. By the way, talking about people that help things, Wikipedia,
2 minutes.
the guy makes no money, and people put in stuff, and you can actually find all that information. So let's shout out. He takes donations. Has nothing to do with me. Still by BluntBling.com. Anyway, Wikipedia is freaking awesome. That's all I'm going to say.
He's going into overload right now. He's in product sponsor overload. I want to give a shout out to Marlboro too, because if had my cigarette not broken, I would never have a BluntBling right here.
That's 1,000,000% true.
Right. The 200,000 people a year that die was well worth it, my friend. Well worth it, because BluntBling now exists. Every soul goes into a BluntBling. They actually house souls. We put one cigarette soul in every BluntBling.
and by the way, hold on. Now I have to interrupt. So the Sig Fixer, which is the precursor to the BluntBling, is now in like 30 7-Elevens here in Southern California. So let's shout out to 7-Eleven for trying it.
Yeah.
And also let's just say Circle K, you need to carry them. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Step up your game.
That's all we got to do.
Bring back Joe Camel. This is a Life Radio Show, a higher level of education. Check out GetHigh.com, because who else owns that? So it's got to be good. Make sure you go to BluntBling.com. Check out James at Cheapest Hydro. I wasn't able to get an answer. He'll probably be on tomorrow. He's supposed to be on yesterday, too. I hope he didn't answer. Oh, dang it. I'm standing in line at Walmart. Okay. Well, big shout out to James at Cheapest Hydro. James at Walmart.
He's at Walmart.
He's at Walmart. Cheapest Hydro, it's your hot spot. So, Nug Life Radio, again, we're on every day. Benji Cooper, myself, Medicinal Mike. Go to the 420games.org. Check that out. San Diego is having the farmers market. Check out Eli at BluntBling on the next Gordon Ramsay show where they fix your family. Scott was allowed to smell the microphone. Smell it? Now take it away.
It smells beautiful.
Scott, you want to you got 4 seconds, Scott. Say something educated. Tell your mother hello.
Hi, Mom. Love you. This
There
has been
you
a great
go.
interview.
And your father, because he's blind, told me love you.
Yes. And actually, marijuana would probably help him
And
a
your
lot.
father's blind.
He
Tell him
just
you
went
love
blind.
him. He's
Dad, I
blind.
love you, and marijuana would help you a lot, so try to BluntBling.
Yeah, because we know you're listening.
That's all he's doing.
Stay tuned. We'll be back again tomorrow. We're going to have Eli and the rest of the crew in on again sometime.
Yeah,
So
apparently they're gonna hire
BluntBling,
me now.
we're going to give out BluntBlings now. Call in, get your BluntBling.com.
I'm seeing green.